Hey everyone! A few months ago, I had Starsan on the channel where we were discussing Anti Diet Pilot. But during that conversation, we kind of took a left turn and we started to talk about our own personal weight loss journeys. Well, I decided that Cass's story deserved a video of its own. So I hope you enjoy this little left turn of me and Cass talking about our own personal weight loss stories and what we think of weight loss and how difficult or not difficult it is or can be. And Starzan, I have to clarify, you're obviously losing weight right now. Are you miserable?
You know what? I had myself a good hour sob earlier. I spent an hour in the mirror telling myself how I am betraying my fellow cellulite sisters. And as I took a bite of a boiled egg this morning and I stared at it and said, "You are my punishment." Through my misery, I was able to fuck no, it's not hard. This is not difficult, people. There is never a time you should be miserable in dieting. This is what I love, and this is something where again, I'm going to say this, copy and paste the method. Use your imagination when I say this. When you change the way you say something, right? When you
Mhm.
change the narrative of what something is, it is really easy to manipulate not only the information, but everyone else around you about it. When you say dieting is bad, not all dieting is bad because number one, dieting isn't a thing. It is just what you eat. Okay.
Mhm.
That is the first issue. But when you sit there and claim it's dieting, no, it's crash dieting, it's starvation
Mhm.
dieting. It's
Fad
when you
diets.
bad diets. When you're sitting there and only having a slim fast once a day and then a protein shake at night and then one protein bar. Yeah, that's bad for you. No shit.
Yeah,
When you
cabbage
eat
soup. Bad.
cabbage soup, like the problem is that what they do is instead of showcasing why these things fail, right? Like how many times they say, "Oh, over 70% of people that get the weight loss surgery fail." Well, yeah, because a lot of them don't have doctor now pressuring them and pushing them and making sure they change their habits. They have
Mhm.
doctors that want the funding. They have doctors that want the money. And so what happens is they never fix their habit. They don't fix what made them fat in the first place. Why
Right.
am I which by the way, thank you for bringing it up, Lydia.
Well,
Why am I
you're
losing
great.
weight? Thank you. You always look gorgeous yourself, my love. I was just noticing in the video, I'm like, she's still as shiny as she was then. And
Oh,
gorgeous locks. But it's like,
lucky
you
the day.
know, it's listen, I dare not tell a lie.
Mhm.
And why I'm losing weight is because I work in a small business. I could, in theory, easily eat fried food and sugary drinks every day, pretty much for free at work. I have it right there in front of me. I won't say the type of food that we have because I've had too many people try to cancel me in the past. I'm not willing to do it. But I don't. We get a free meal. That free meal consists of mostly lean meats.
Mhm.
I take that and that's what I eat at work. When I wanna make sure that I have food, instead of making that snap judgment, which my guilty pleasure is Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a Rhode Islander. It is what it is. Dunkin' does have healthier options for breakfast. So I will say, I'm gonna go get my breakfast bites, which is these little it's pure egg and cheese. You go and you get them; 'em, they're delicious. However, that's a lot of money that I'd be wasting. It's a lot cheaper for me to literally make my own breakfast bites. A lot of people that claim that dieting is stressful, dieting is tough because they don't want to get to the root of why it's stressful. They don't want to get to the root of why I did any of this stuff. I
Mhm.
feel like this is something where you absolutely have a really good opinion on this as well. Like, how do you feel about the idea of just eating right, changing your habits in a positive way?
I never look at it as a diet. Ever, ever, ever. What I look at it is I always figure out how many calories do I need to sustain the weight I'm at, and then I look at how many calories do I need to sustain my goal weight. And then I change my life and say that is my life forever. Because if I start today eating at my goal weight, I will eventually reach my goal weight and maintain it.
That sounds so logical and non-stressful and just, sustainable. That's fat phobic. We can't have that in
Figured
our
out what it was, and then you know what? And I've lost 16 pounds doing it so far.
And we, as the kids say, we stand for that, queen. Yes.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it's the truth. It's the
And
truth.
and it's not a diet,
It's
it's
your life.
me, yeah, just changing what I'm doing. It's me saying, "You know what? I would like to start walking on the treadmill every morning for 30 minutes." And it's a change in my life. It's kind of like introducing at the same time, I'm like, "I'm gonna start flossing every day."
And eventually becomes a habit. 21 days habit forming. You know what I do? I wear one of these because I'm a video gamer, right?
Mhm,
So achieving, I don't always do it. I fall off the wagon just like anyone else does. But what I love is when I watch this watch, I got a little pedometer right at the bottom. It tells me how many steps I've done. When I see that hit 5 and 6 and 7, I usually can tell now how many steps I've done by how my knees feel. I
right.
sit there and I take these options. You got to make the healthier choices. It's like you said, it's not about, oh, like I had coworkers, mind you, at the size I'm at, I had coworkers going, Cassandra, eat. Why eat? I have an hour drive to work. That's when I eat.
Mhm,
I make my coffee, I make my breakfast as I drive to work.
mhm,
I eat and drink. Just because I
mhm,
work in a restaurant doesn't mean I got to be eating like everybody else.
mhm,
And sometimes if my breakfast is protein packed enough,
mhm,
I don't really need lunch.
right.
And so it's like sometimes especially if it's a slow day, but
Mhm,
it's like you said, you have to make those active choices and those active changes. And how much better is it for you? Like I was just showing her earlier, it may be uncomfortable, but
mhm.
you guys see that, right? This is how much weight I've been losing. As a matter of fact, today is a perfect example. Through events of my out of my control, I have to borrow my boss's car. My husband drives another one of her spare cars. My boss is very kindly. Her other spare car is a 1999 Toyota. It's a little small. And when I first met her, she used that Toyota to do a lot of errands. When I first got in that Toyota, I could not sit straight in it.
Mhm.
I literally had to tilt myself sideways and push myself up on the door, and that's how I would drive no matter where we went. Because of that, I refused to get in that Toyota. That was 3 years ago, okay? So, imagine my surprise when 2 nights ago, I had to get in that Toyota, and I sat down, and I sat completely straight, and the door shut without any problems. It was moments like that where I was like, "Oh." And now me driving my boss's car, which the last time I tried to get in that driver's seat,
Mhm.
the steering wheel, because it's a small Asian car, the steering wheel, my stomach would get in the way. I fit better in that car than I do in the car I drove every day.
Wow.
When you
Good job, Cass. Can really see it. You can really, really see it.
they, I, again, so people would tell me that, and then once in a while I would come on and do a short. People like, we see you losing weight, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't. If you all look at me right now,
I just showed you last year.
I was like, I was just thinking, I was like, you see it,
Well, and
you see
your
it right there on the.
arms, I mean, that's
Oh
obviously
yeah,
loose skin. Like
right here, like the little punch on, like, you are always going to be your own biggest critic. And when you allow outside sources to let you just ignore that criticism or let you accept too much, like with anti diet pilot, whatever the hell her name is, it can make that very difficult. But when you set a goal and everyone knows about it and you have people wanting to see you succeed, people will notice it and then you have to start noticing.
Mhm.
So I know what I'm doing is right. Is it always the most comfortable? No. Excess skin, my biggest fear is becoming one of the reasons that it makes it a little uncomfortable. It's everything I thought it would be.
Are you
However,
wearing compression garments?
no, never. I couldn't. I have claustrophobia.
Oh,
And also,
okay.
I don't. So, and I actually talked to another one of our the chat people about this.
Mhm.
I don't know which one will work best for me. I'm not. I don't think I'm at that point, but maybe I should start.
Mhm.
I There's a lot of things I do, like, for instance, my knees have been killing me for the last 9 months,
Mhm.
and I said, "Well, I'm wearing sneakers, so I'm all right." All I had to do was get air cushion sneakers. I can walk normal now. There's no knee pain anymore.
Mhm.
So it's just stuff like that where you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wanna tough it out. Don't tough it out because guess what? It's just like the diet. You tough that out, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail.
But you know what? I'm going to share something. It's my photo. This is my peak face, and I decided I wanted to learn makeup because I was trying to contour out my my round face. But like, yeah, this is I was also scared to come back to the channel not looking like me. So I'm 16 pounds down, but this is what my face looked like at that time.
And see, again, for folks like us, I look at that and I see you gorgeous, but like you said, right here, especially, and it was on me too, and I'm gonna show you that. Me when I was near 500 pounds to now, and you can see it if you put that side by side with your
Let me.
face. The apples of your cheeks better. You can see your jawline better. Like
Mhm.
it makes sense. Even though I think you're beautiful in both photos, at the same time, I get what you're saying. For you, it's unrecognizable. And it for me, when I finally realized at one point in person how I looked, I mean, that is me, mind you. Okay.
Mhm.
So that is a picture of me. If you look at me in the black shirt with no lipstick,
Yeah,
that was me at 385.
right.
And the one of me in Vegas with the lipstick, this was after I'd already lost some weight. Okay. So this was me at like 405. So it's technically only a difference of 20 pounds, but I can promise you it's not because
Mhm.
I gained muscle very quickly and you can see the vast difference of me. Like you
Mhm.
see the literal physical expanse
Mhm.
of my entire face, but it's the other photo I sent you where it's really obvious. And I because that was at me at my heaviest. The one of me on the couch, I didn't even know I looked like that. I had no idea I looked like that. And mind you, I have lost significant weight from me in that gray shirt.
Mhm.
I have lost significant I wanna take an updated version of this photo.
Yeah, right.
That as a matter of fact, the shirt that I'm in,
Well, look, it's a tent on you right now.
it's huge. That shirt was getting very tight on me. You can see. I
Mhm.
like That's the same shirt. And so
Like
I
I
can't
you're
believe how small that collar looks on me.
Cass, it's your face, like the jawline, like that we
I
can
didn't
see
have a
now.
jawline, I had dough.
Well, we can
Like
clearly see your jaw right now.
like, I don't know if you'll be able to. I'm gonna try to, give you the best photo if you wanna edit it, so, like,
Mhm. No,
you can
sir. I think that your fans can see that you've been clearly losing weight.
that's the same thing
I'm
with
gonna
you.
come back to
You
talking.
don't even realize you lose your face. You don't realize it. And I saw it with yours as well because if you look at it, look, you could see the work Lydia has put in, and it's right
Mhm.
here too,
Mhm.
because this became more pronounced.
Yeah.
But right here, you see your cute little chin, you see your
Mhm.
jawline again, and right
Yeah.
here, they call it the ducal. Right here, that operation is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
I
The
don't know what it
ducal.
is, but yeah, I it was all gone. Like I
It's
hated
all
like
gone.
well, there was an Instagram that I sent you a few months ago that said it just said I am fat. I think that's what
I
I
remember, and I was like, my poor Lydia, like.
that was when I was like that, okay? That was when I was I know it was
But it's
not
a
like
big
really
change
fat,
for
but
someone of your size, right? Like, someone like me, because I have so much weight, for me, it's like it happens. But I have to remember for someone like you, a 5 pound difference is a massive difference for you, and it's uncomfortable.
mhm. And then like you saw the difference in my face. Like
Yes.
when I went like my face changed a little, but not drastically between 116 to like 140 pounds. And all of a sudden I get into the 150s and I'm like, what
Hmm.
happened?
And your skin, because I know it happened to my husband.
Mhm.
My husband was like 100 and like 20, 130 for
Mhm.
years. Then he went up to 160 because he gained muscle. That wasn't
Mhm.
so bad.
Mhm.
When my husband hit 220, oh, he's always in pain. His knees hurt more, his back hurts more, and it's very difficult for him to lose weight because of habits that he's chosen, and I've talked to him about this. when you live in a smaller frame for most of your life, it can be very difficult for you, and it makes sense, like and I think we do as a society, even someone like me, we poo-poo that. We're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you gained 30 pounds? Oh, no." Like, that's our knee-jerk reaction, and
Mhm.
I think that is actually the first step to accidentally pushing someone like you into body positivity.
I had to go during this time, so I gained weight really quickly. This is all broken ankle, couldn't move, depression, eating, like it was the food. So what I always say is I have compassion for people that are going through some mental health things that cause them to overeat. I don't say cause them to gain to cause them to overeat because overeating is what leads to the
It's
weight gain.
not the mental health problem itself, it's what you put in your body while you're having the mental health problem.
Exactly. I have compassion for the mental health causing the behavior. But like during that time, I was gaining weight so quickly that I had to switch to sweats because remember when you're small, 5 pounds is a size. 5 pounds is a size. Like, but like 5 to 10, like every seven. And I went from like 116 pounds to 156 pounds.
That's a lot. 12 pounds is the difference between me having my luteal phase and me not having my luteal phase. For her, that's the difference between being able to wear your clothing and needing a whole new wardrobe. That's
Hmm.
insane. And
Hmm.
again, it's like you said, because like, and we've discussed it before. For me, it was also mental health, but it was, I wouldn't eat the whole day. And because of the pandemic, and it was super easy to get fast food, my husband would say, "You need to eat something." All right, fine. And I would just order what I thought, well, it's not a big meal. It was a 5,000, 6,000 calorie meal. It may not have been the biggest volume wise,
Hmm.
but when, like you said, when you're sitting around on a broken foot, you're
Hmm.
not feeling the best, and you've got nothing, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, and you're eating a lot of calories. Boom, boom, boom. My big that photo of me with the rainbow hair, that
Hmm.
was the difference of 4 months during the pandemic during furlough. Only 4 months. I gained like I think close to 80 pounds because what I do, I had just lost my mother, I'd lost my brother, I was depressed, and my husband and I were going through a very hard marital time. I had nothing else to do. I was getting paid to sit around and do nothing. And so all I did was I sat on my couch with my animals. I would do nothing the whole day but sleep. And then at the end of the day, when my husband would come home from work, he'd be like, "Did you eat?" "No." "Why haven't you eaten?" "Mm." And then he'd be like, "You're eating something. You got to tell me what you want to eat." And you know what? KFC, Chick-fil-A, all of them, Bojangles, super easy. So fine. Go get me a large mac and cheese and 8 nuggets from Chick-fil-A. That's not a lot of food technically when you
That's a
think
lot of
about it.
calories when you don't move.
When you're doing literally fucking nothing, you're
Mhm.
going nowhere. For 6 days out of the week, because I only went out once a week.
Yeah.
Didn't need to any other time. So if you're doing nothing but sitting down on the couch, you gain so much weight that you can't even stand long enough to do the chores. So you have to bring a chair everywhere you go. These are little signs that you get. You can't walk around your house barefoot because your knees hurt too much. So you get to wear sneakers all the time. These are the points I got to, and I accepted. So I can't imagine how it was for Lydia when you go from being able to walk around and be active and have all that you need, and then in an instant that gets taken away. I can't imagine what that was like for you. It's
Yeah,
way more
that's
devastating than what
awesome.
happened to me.
Oh.
No, it's true because the thing is, I was just adding on pounds to an already fat body.
Mhm.
Okay. Was it difficult? Yeah. Did it put me back in a lot of ways that I'm still trying to get over? Sure.
I
But for
started
someone
wearing my husband's pants.
think about that. That has to affect somebody. That definitely affects somebody. So that's why, like, for someone like you, I applaud the weight loss more
Well, thank you.
because it's very easy to keep going in the wrong direction. Because once you've hit that point, oh, don't cry, baby.
Oh.
Once you've hit that point, because that's the point that I hit, I went, oh, fucking well. Oh, well. This point, I don't care.
Mhm.
And I guarantee no matter who you are, that's the point you hit where you start letting this this narrative poison your brain. And the only reason I got out of it was cuz certain people in my political spectrum were screaming about the BOPO and I wasn't listening cuz I was all BOPO, And then Blair White started talking about it. And then I found Michelle. And then my best friend started talking about it. And that's when I realized how insane I was. So I can't imagine what it was doing to you. Like I just
Uh,
can't. It's just
it's hard.
so I want you to never downplay what you went through or how bad it was because
Thank you.
that is literally altering everything for you and making you have to make big changes and big decisions. That is financial burden as well.
Yeah.
Because when you're overweight, like I said, I'm still wearing the same shirt that I was when I was almost 500 pounds.
Well,
She
now
didn't
it's
have that
like a
luxury.
tent. Now I just took my husband's pants.
That's a lot for you. You're
40
very proud of
pounds. 40 pounds is quite a lot for me. And I hadn't been that big since I was pregnant.
exactly. And the
So,
thing is, half that pregnancy was a baby.
yes. Well, the second time I was much better than the first. The first time I was really bad. The first time I ate for two linebackers.
That's us. Listen, don't ever downplay it. And also, like, it's really healthy to have these kind of conversations. In my opinion, I think they're
Mhm.
more valuable than anything that this bitch be
Mhm.
talking about because when you sit there and hold yourself accountable, but also can say to yourself, I see why I did what I did,
Mhm.
you can make the right change
Yeah.
to not do it again. Because you know what I never do anymore? I refuse to wait the whole day to eat. I refuse because then
Mhm.
what happens is I get this panic mode, I get the acid reflux, and then I eat something really unhealthy because I am so frustrated, I'm so tired, and I'm so annoyed. I can't even think about putting a pan on the stove.
Mhm.
I can't even fathom it. That's a stupid, bad, unhealthy habit. And whatever you had, whatever tipped you back, took you away from that mental state, besides obviously your foot healing.
Mhm.
You should you should commend yourself because you did all that self-reflection on your own. You didn't need anybody to kick you in the ass like I did. So, praise. You need to, as I like to say, you need to gold star yourself because that's
Oh.
important.
I actually know it was embarrassing. This is I'm very proud of myself for turning the corner, but so last September I had made a video saying that I had gained weight. And then I was like, okay, and I got a tummy tuck. And then I was like, I'm gonna lose weight, but then I got more depressed and I gained more weight. So then it
Well,
was
should
like, oh shit. Like then like if the last thing you guys heard from me was I'm gonna start losing more weight, then I come back with that big face. I'm like, I'm bigger now. So I didn't know it was so
it
hard. But then
demoralizes you. It demoralizes you.
yeah, so I kind of like I wanted to come back. I didn't want to come back. I was fat. And then I'm like, when I saw that 156 on the scale, and I'm like, I don't want to see 160. Start doing something now. And then just gradually I'm gonna go and use my treadmill. And then I'm like, I'm going to go and use it again. The thing is, I have to take it slower. But I am on the mend. The good, like, I broke my ankle last year. They put
Right.
a big metal plate in it. I recover. It took me about 4 or 5 months to be functional with it, but I
Mhm.
never got full mobility. Just this past week, I got the plate taken out. So I had to heal again, but this healing is not that bad. It's not that bad.
Right, it's a different kind of
It's a different kind of healing. And the more I have much more mobility in it because the plate was stopping me, right? Like I couldn't
yeah.
never go
You have
all
a
the
physical
way.
barrier at that point, yeah.
Yeah. So now I have more mobility and like, oh, I can finally do the things that I love to do because hello, my Instagram is called Mom That Dances, who did not post a single dance in a year because she had a broken foot.
She couldn't dance. One of the things
Yes.
that brought you the
Mom
most
that
joy
hobbles.
was the mom that hobbles. And that like, exactly, like, that's the point. It's a demoralization that it's so difficult, and I get that I like to call it influencer shame because you feel so bad you haven't given folks like because of the commitment I made to my job and also because my household needed the income. I practically 100% gave up everything that I do. I have this my entire office is covered in dust because of how little I'm in this room. All of my lights, if you're wondering why you don't see the classic Starsan blues and greens,
Mhm.
because they destroyed them. My animals destroyed all the lights. Yay! So I've gotta get all new ones. Well, that's another financial burden that I can't take right now. So it's
Right.
things like that where I start thinking that, and I'm thinking, "My god, my desk is a mess and my office is a mess," and the videos that because I have a backlog of videos. I got 8 videos, but they are from December of 2023. Like, they're old. I think the last time I recorded any of them was in February of 2024. So they're not even valid. There's 1 or 2 where it's literally about me being emotional, and the last time I recorded a video was when my cat died.
Oh.
And so and I that is definitely not getting released because yo, you wanna talk about psychological mess. And it and so it's stuff like that where, um, you get that guilt because I feel so bad, and I
Mhm.
have a core set of followers that still support me. And
Mhm.
when I say support, they subscribe and they are members and they are patrons. These are people who try their best to keep me going. And that's so kind of them. And
Yeah,
I get this guilt because I have nothing to give them at the moment.
I
And
know.
and on top of that, there was a short span of time where I didn't think I was giving even the proper weight loss, when you fall off the wagon in any way. Oh, I wasn't getting as fit as I was because when I went back to the mattress store for a little while, I wasn't
Mhm.
walking as much.
Yeah.
I was losing weight, but I was losing what made me fit.
Yeah.
And so I felt like a failure again. Because
Right.
I did that whole video where I mocked Tess Holiday for the way she walked. And then literally I was like, yes, master. Whenever I'd walk around, I literally would drag my leg at work. And
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm no better than all these people and you get that guilt.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can't possibly show up on camera in front of these people. I feel like I've let them down. And for me, what's silly is I knew why I was limping. It
Mhm.
wasn't because of anything I had done. It's because I was wearing improper sneakers because the proper support sneakers I have, they stopped making. I literally found by the grace of God, I don't know how it appeared on my Amazon. I found a version of my sneakers and you want to say kismet or divine intervention. These sneakers, you can only get them in one size, and it's my size,
Oh.
and there's only 4 pairs left, and there was 6 total. I've bought 2 of them.
Oh.
You can't get them after this. They come and it's a whole thing. So it's like, I'm gonna stock up on all of them. So that way for the next few years, I
Yeah.
got sneakers. But it's
Yeah.
just like it's stuff like that where and my boss talks to me about it a lot, and my husband just now, because like I said, I told you about me and my, stuff we talked about my schedule with my boss. First thing he said is, "I like that schedule. You're gonna be moving. You're gonna be moving." And I was like, "How dare you say something so accurate?" Like he just I was moving around.
Yeah.
And so it's having when you feel like you're failing, it's the hardest part to come back to you guys
Yeah.
because you can accept failing yourself because everyone does.
Yeah.
What really sucks when we feel like we're failing you guys.
Well, I miss body honesty and, I've always been really proud about being like someone who's in her mid 40s that's fit. And there I was eating bags and bags of candy, gaining weight, gaining weight, gaining weight. And then put up the picture. I'm like, that's what I got to. And I'm like, who is
Who is that? That's not me.
that? Yeah.
That's why again, you need to be more proud of yourself. I don't know how proud of yourself you are, but you need to be more proud of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Turning the corner was the hardest part. Now I actually feel like I'm in a good place. Like I can keep going. I'm like it's not hard. Again, like what I did is I was 156. I would like to be 125 pounds. I do not want to be my wedding weight. I think I was too skinny on my wedding. But that was stress. That was a stress. I never intentionally dieted down that low. Some people did leave me comments saying you're too skinny. And like, didn't mean it
You
was
didn't do it intentionally, it just so happened.
but I know it happened because I wasn't eating. I won't say that stress, I will say stress did not cause the weight loss. Stress made it so it was very uncomfortable for me to eat.
Which I've been there.
And
I have
eating
been
didn't feel good because I was stressed, therefore I lost the weight. It was not That's why I hate this line. The stress to weight loss thing. You know what? I really don't like it when doctors do it as well with things. Like, so for example, I got a medication from my doctor and she said, "Oh, but it can cause weight loss." Or no, not weight loss. It can cause weight gain. It can cause weight gain. And I said, "Okay, can you tell me how?" I'm like, "Is it what does it cause you to hold water or like what is it?" She's like, "Oh, it kind of it messes it might make you feel a little bit more hungry." I'm like, "Oh, so it's like messing with the vagus nerve or something." So like, please be more specific. I hate this causes weight gain. No, no. Tell me, does it make you
What it causes weight gain? What is the trigger?
like, yeah, does it make you more lazy? Does it make you so that you don't want to move? Does it make you more hungry? Does it make you retain water? I don't like hearing causes weight gain.
Because then you know what that actually causes? Complacency. Oh, well, it said I was going to gain weight anyway. And,
Exactly.
and how many of these people go, well, you don't know if they've got an underlying medical condition or they're taking medication that causes weight gain. There is not a pill on this planet that makes you underlying medical weight gain 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. And I will tell you, I agree. I didn't understand quite at first what you were saying, but oh yes, once that clicked what you were saying, yes, because it's too vague. And it opens up to too many chances for you to make really bad decisions. And
Yes.
you wonder,
Then just blame
well,
the pill.
just blame the pill. It's the
Yeah, it
pill's
causes
fault.
weight gain. Or
It's
wait,
the way it is.
but yeah, when I had to press my doctor, and I would actually encourage other people to press their doctors of exactly how. How does it cause the weight gain? Because
Be
my
your
doctor
own
did tell
advocate.
me, and then because she said, well, it might make you feel more hungry. And I said, I already follow a very like a diet that like I already know. And she's like, and then she said to me, and then she said, "Oh, people like you that already know what they eat and they are eating exactly, it won't affect you." I'm like, this
How?
like why did I have to press for this information? Why did I have to press to get this information? Like she's just telling everyone else, "Oh, this pill is known to cause weight gain." I got the information that that pill messes with some of the vagus nerve whatever cues, makes you feel more hungry. Now that I know that, I know it I don't need it. It's the
And my thing is, if you don't tell people exactly why it causes it, like you could say, oh, it causes stress, and that stress actually in this particular situation triggers a certain chemical reaction. Does she didn't say none of that. And the thing is, when you don't tell people exactly what it causes or why it causes that, how are they going to be able to combat it? You
exactly.
shouldn't make it okay.
It
And
might
this
It might cause weight gain by making you sleepy so that you're tired and you don't move at all. So tell them that. Like so that they're more aware to add more, get more activity in because you're going to feel more tired.
and I said it in another video that I did because I said it was one of the few things that the body positivity got right. No matter who you are, fat, skinny, man, woman, young or old, doctors, this is controversial. In my opinion, 80% of the time do not have your best interest at heart. They have the best results for their paperwork at heart. And how I know this is when I was 18 and I wasn't that big at that point. I was maybe 280, which I know sounds like it's big, but when you see the photos of me, I wasn't. And and I still have it to this day, and I suffer from it. But part of the reason why I don't do anything for it is because of this woman. I had decided because I had seen everyone says you've got to get an OBGYN. You've got to get an OBGYN. And there was this facility in Rhode Island where you could go to, and it was an all in one facility. Anything you wanted, whether you needed to go to the optometrist, the dentist, you need to have a family doctor, you need to have a man's doctor, you need to have a sports doctor. This facility took care of all of it. And it helped you on a sliding scale because this was around the time that the recession happened. So that's when this place opened. It had been open for a little while, and I loved this place. They had a brand new facility. They had just opened up because they had done so well during the recession. And I made my first gynecological appointment. And while I was there, I asked about this underlying condition that I had been suffering from since I'd hit puberty and was really uncomfortable. And I was trying to figure out how to get rid of it. And this OBG, let me tell you something, this bitch. She didn't even let me finish describing what the problem was. She went, you people, all of you understand that the medical facilities and medical science isn't here to just slap a sticker on it, put an injection and solve all your problems. Sometimes your body hurts. Sometimes your body has problems and you just got to deal with it.
Nice.
Okay. And I didn't go to an OBGYN for another 10 years because I did not want to deal with that ever again.
Mm.
And there this had nothing to do with my weight. It had everything to do with the skin conditions that I have. I had to wait till I was married and talking to my doctor about my infertility when I was 27, nearly a decade later, to
Wow.
find out what had happened. And I found the only reason why I didn't treat it at that point is the only way to treat it was injections. I didn't know I was infertile at the time. We were still finding out stuff. The injections could cause more potential infertility. And if you did get pregnant, it could cause mutations in the babies. And so I was like, well, guess I'm not treating this. We suffering some more. But
Mhm.
it's, there are things like that where I you have to be your own advocate. You have to be willing to make uncomfortable conversations. I have dear friends who are business owners, who are landlords, who have their own children. And when they got faced with very dangerous diagnoses, they couldn't get out of the doctor's office fast enough. And they didn't even ask any questions, didn't even know the severity. I know it's scary to face your own mortality and whatever else might be going on. Do it anyway. Don't be scared because if you avoid it, the doctor has zero reason to advocate for you because they have 300 more like you that they are taking care of. And that's just my little rant on that. Because like you said, your doctor wasn't advocating for you. Your doctor was giving you the elevator statement
Yeah.
and then even after pressing still was giving you elevator statements.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I'm too smart to just accept weight gain as because weight gain is caused by something. It's caused by more calories.
It's not just a blanket statement.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was not blowing sunshine up your ass. You really should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you because
Thank
you were
you.
very vulnerable with me in the DMs. You told me exactly how you felt,
I felt
and then
horrible.
all on your own, you came back and you said, "We're recording this today, Cass. We're doing this."
Yeah, because I decided I was going to change my life a few months ago, but I changed it in steps, introducing exercise back into my life, starting to eat better, starting to do more, crafting more, just doing more,
I
and
see
then
all that life behind you, that
oh, you should see
vibrant.
the rest of my house. This is just a small sample. All my walls and windows, everything is effing covered. And then I'm like, I'm gonna do YouTube again, and I have a direction. And my direction is gonna be more interviews. The odd TikTok thing like this, the odd one, but more interviews. I like that.
Well,
Inspiring weight loss stories is what I'm after.
as someone who's seen you in all the ups and downs over the last couple of years, I'm extremely proud of you,
Oh, thank you. Thank you
and
so
I
much.
want you.
2024 was terrible. It was just like take the active girl and break her ankle in two places. Like I know
Mhm.
other people have broken joints before, but like it just destroyed me. It completely
Well,
destroyed
because it
me.
was intrinsic to what you did that was making you joy. It was intrinsic to part of what made you post. So, like, there was no escape for you. That's the
Yeah,
problem. You had
yeah,
nowhere where you could go and you could without it making an unhealthy negative on you. There was
yeah.
nowhere for you to escape and make it better for you. So the fact that you got out of that on your own, Lydia, keep repeating that. You did that on your own. That is very difficult to do. Please don't ever demoralize yourself or downplay it or minimize it. You did that, and you were the one that was saying you couldn't do it.
I
You were
didn't
the
think I
one
could.
claiming you
I didn't
could.
think I could when I messaged you months ago, and I'm like, I'm fat. I can't do this. I'm
You
like, I
can,
and I showed you that picture. I'm like, that's what I looked like at the time. I'm like,
and you don't look happy in that photo any
I
either.
was not happy.
You
But now
look
I feel like my
so
face
fat.
looks like me again. But
It does.
for that time, it didn't though, and it
And
was
mind you, you had
hard.
a full face of makeup, and I had the same thing when I gained weight. Like, you looked older. You
Mhm.
look so much younger right now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, please don't ever take that away from yourself.
Well, I was trying to contour. It was
You
hard.
did a good job, darn it. So good. I'm so proud. You really did it now. And I'm just again, I have a lot of friends, their biggest problem is when they hit that low point, there's not enough people around them that point out that they hit that low point and they came back from it. That's the one thing I found amongst everyone I know. Very rarely is someone saying, "I see how bad you were, and I see that you turned that around." And I feel like that's one of the most vital things everyone needs to hear. So in case no one
Yeah,
has
you
said
know
it to you.
what? Yeah, because people praise you for the outcome, but not that the harder thing to do was actually make that decision of you're changing. You're
Mhm.
gonna change. You're gonna change.
'Cause that's again, what was the core of this conversation? Habit changing. You're gonna gain that weight, you're gonna fail that diet, you're gonna fail that exercise plan if you don't turn around and change why you didn't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm very big on that. I highly recommend doing it because again, just I can't praise you enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
I'd like to thank Starzan once again for coming on the channel and sharing her story. And to you, my audience, do you have a story that you'd like to share? If you do, message me on Instagram at MomThatDances because I would like to hear your story too.